Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to bring you some tips and tricks on how to keep your household chores in check while you're homeschooling your kids. It's amazing how quickly they can wreak havoc on the house. Even if you clean up the whole entire day, your house at the end of the day could still be stressful just because everybody being home at all times. So here's a few tips and tricks that I use to try to keep our house a little bit in order. So my first tip is to start your day off right. So once you get into a daily morning routine, this becomes so much easier and it's not as stressful anymore. So what I mean by this is as soon as I get up, I try to make my bed and I get ready for the day right away because I know once I go downstairs and I start focusing on my kids, the chances of me sneaking away for 15 minutes to get ready is pretty slim. And so I try to do it right away. Then before I even go downstairs, I try to wipe down the bathrooms if they need wiped down at all, and I collect all the dirty clothes from all rooms and I get them downstairs. Then I go directly into the laundry room and I start a fresh load of laundry. This way I know at the very least I have gotten one load of laundry done for the day, and at lunchtime I'll switch it over to the dryer. After switching the laundry, usually I go straight into the kitchen and I try to unload the dishwasher and reload it with anything that might still be sitting on the counter. And that way also it's open for us to put dishes in throughout the day. So after I do those few morning tasks, the kids know that next they need to eat breakfast, clean up the mess a little bit, and then it is school time. So what I did the beginning of last school year was really focus and train them on how to do chores appropriately. So my kids are pretty young, but they can be very efficient and very helpful with it because I realized very quickly that I can't keep up with a family of 6 completely on my own while working outside the house and doing homeschooling also. So what kind of chores do they do? Well, each week, one kid is assigned to feed and water the dog for the whole entire week. So our dog gets fed twice a day, so they know there's no question they're the one that is responsible for that. And we switch that over on a Monday morning. So that way also they know they have 3 weeks before they have to do this chore once again. Household chores we've done in a couple of ways in the past. One way we've done it was I printed off different zones, meaning different rooms, and I assigned them each a zone. And they each had a different color, such as orange, green, blue, pink. And so each one of the 4 kids got a different zone, and they were responsible for that zone for the whole entire week. And before I started this, I literally read through the zones and I walked them into the room and I showed them exactly what was expected of them. I told them that if you are doing a room, it means you dusted the room, you cleaned the windows, you picked up everything on the floor, you swept the floor. All of the different tasks were completely done. Now, mind you, you don't have to do all these tasks every single day. You don't have to wash the windows every day. So certain days they barely had any pickup, and other days they had quite a bit of pickup to do. But it teaches them to respect how much work goes into keeping the house clean, and so they're a little bit more proactive about putting their toys away. The other way that we do chores with the kids, which is what we've been doing more lately, is I just ask for help for where it's needed. A lot of times we'll all start in the living room by picking up, and while they're doing that, I'm cleaning up the kitchen from breakfast and getting everything ready to go. So if my 3 littles are working in the living room and I'm working in the kitchen, sometimes I can get my oldest one to work in the dining room, and that way it literally takes us like 20 minutes and we're done with absolutely all the rooms that need to get done. The other thing that I like to do with the kids with chores is include them in whatever I'm doing. And so a lot of times they're helping me cook, so then they're helping me clean up the dishes also, which they really enjoy, and it's teaching them the responsibility for it. Part of having the kids help clean or do chores is that everything has a place. So if I make a new section that is only for winter wear, I show the kids so that they know all of their boots go exactly right here. All their gloves and their hats go exactly in this bin. And that way they know what my expectations are at the very beginning. And that way too, they don't just drop them on the floor because they're not quite sure where they go. Over these last 2 years, I've also been on a decluttering spree. So the more you guys declutter, the easier cleaning is going to end up being. You'll have less stuff that can end up cluttering up your room and making a mess. And that way too, everything has its own space when you have less stuff. And so I really, really encourage you to go room by room and declutter as much as you can because it feels so freeing. And like I said, it makes daily life a lot easier. Another way that I try to keep up with daily tasks is that I assign different tasks a certain day of the week. I feel like I get decision fatigue all the time and I get overwhelmed trying to remember when was the last time I cleaned this bathroom versus that bathroom, or did I get the trash taken out of every single bathroom, or did I clean out the fridge this week yet? Stuff like this is just extra things that are on my mind. So I have taken them completely out of my mind. So what that means is I have Toilet Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we have 4 bathrooms in our house. And as you can imagine, with 6 people living here, those bathrooms can get a bit messy. So on Tuesdays, I do a deep clean of every single bathroom. So I really wanted it on Tuesday. So that's why I named it Toilet Tuesday. But I really wanted it on Tuesday because Wednesday is our trash day. And so Tuesday, I'm able to collect all bathroom trashes or trashes out of the laundry room and such. And that way I know that all trash is out on the curb Wednesday morning when the truck comes around. And so Toilet Tuesday helps me do the deep clean of the bathrooms and I don't have to think about it again unless there's some spot cleaning I need to do throughout the week. The next thing I do is Wash Wednesday. So I started this video by saying that I throw in a load of wash every single morning. But if I get behind at all, I know Wednesday is going to be my day that I could do Wash Wednesday. Why did I pick Wednesday? Well, it's the middle of the week. Usually I'm off of work. And also, my girls don't have dance until later on in the day. And so I know I'm home during the day longer to be able to complete it fully. So I mentioned on Wednesdays is our trash day. So on Tuesday, I always make sure that that is my fridge clean out day. I go through absolutely everything in the fridge and I make sure anything that's expired or too old of leftovers or anything that just shouldn't be in there gets thrown away on Tuesday so that nothing's sitting in our trash for days and days and days, making it all smelly. It's Tuesday night and I get it out of the way. So after cleaning out my fridge on Tuesday night and getting everything out to the trash curb on Wednesday morning, I know that sometime on Wednesday I can put in my weekly grocery order because I will definitely have enough space in my fridge and that everything's fresh and ready to go. And so that way too, I don't really have to worry in my mind when is the next time that I need to do groceries. I just know that I can set it on Wednesday and be good. So the other part of this is I know Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday that I'm going to be out and about for dance at nighttime. And so I just schedule my grocery pickups during the time that I'm already out and about. And that way I'm not wasting any time or extra gas or anything like that. Another day of the week that I've assigned a certain task is Floor Fridays. So every single day we vacuum and we sweep, but on Floor Fridays is the day that I really mop, or if anything needs like carpet cleaning or anything like that, I can do it. And so I just focus a little bit more in depth. I will do mopping during the week if it's needed, but otherwise I know on Floor Friday, I can for sure get it done. I think the last thing to talk about is multitasking, but only to a certain point. So your kids really need your focus during the day. And if you try to set them down and tell them to do a certain work text page, and then you walk away to go do the dishes, and then all of a sudden you're in the laundry room folding a thing of laundry, and then next thing you know, you're on your phone and you're getting your grocery order in, they're going to sneak away from that table and not do that work text page. And so I really, really try to focus on them during the school hours and save all the chores for outside of school hours. So our routine was kind of made out of necessity. So getting a few things done in the morning meant that I could really sit down and focus on them throughout the homeschool day. And then I know at lunchtime, I can unload the dishwasher again because it will definitely be done by then. And I can go and switch the laundry again. And that way also I know when they're done with the homeschool day, at the end of the day, I can go and fold that last load of laundry because it'll be all dry from lunchtime. I can put away the laundry. I can clean out the fridge. I can do all those other tasks that otherwise would be in my head and like making me feel like I should be doing it instead of homeschooling. I know that as soon as homeschool's done, I can get all of those things done. A huge goal that me and my kids try to make lately is to have school done by noon, and that way I don't feel overly stressed. But the other thing that you could do with multitasking is if one of your kids is sitting down for a quiz and the other ones are busy, that's a good time to get away and try to do one little task. But you need to be very, very mindful or let your kid know that they have the right to come and get you if they need any help at all. So the last thing that I end up doing is on the weekends or whatever day that all 6 of us are home together, we do a deep clean or like a whole house sweep through basically. Like we get everything back in order and that way like we feel good and ready to get going for the following week. All right, so there you have it. Is some tips on how I try to keep my household up at the same time as working and homeschooling my kids. It's not always easy, especially if I work a lot during that week. Every now and then, we just finally have to take a few days off of school to get caught up so that I feel like the house is in functioning order again. But as a rule, these things are enough to keep that daily mess in check. And so I do feel like anybody could stop by my house in 15 minutes and I could have my house ready. And that's a really, really great feeling because before I implemented a lot of these systems, that was not the case. I felt like it'd take me 2 hours before I could have anybody stop by. My kids are young, but they are kind of being raised to know that they have responsibilities and chores within the household. And I always tell them part of a big family is just working together. And so they understand everybody has to help and everybody can do a really good job at each of these things. Nobody is too young to do any of it. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you find it helpful. Also comment down below and let me know, how do you keep your household up while homeschooling your children or working outside of the house? Because it is not easy all the time. Sometimes I would be so embarrassed for people to walk into my house. And as I said, other times somebody could drop by in 15 minutes and I would feel perfectly fine with it. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.